Because I actually wrote that down earlier as like what professions need
you should be giving
more than a high school education.
Right, you
more
should
than
be giving advice. You can't learn it on the fly. I mean, not saying that you can't learn some sort of like medical information,
but you should have more of an education in order to do
But you can't be a nurse
things,
unless you go through nursing school.
Right.
You can't be an RD unless you go through the dietetics program and your internship. You can't be an MD without going through all of their stuff as well. You can't be a psychiatrist without going through all the other things. You know, there are certain things.
Right. That's a whole different thing than a psychologist.
Well, even all those,
drugs.
even all the ones lower than that too, require some sort of higher education.
Right.
Like, so, I mean, at that point, there are certain professions that you can, that you can't, you can't be an MD.
Oh,
you can't be a doctor,
no.
you know, and do surgeries on people and stuff.
Right.
You know, like sometimes I think those things, it's necessary. Just like with nutrition. And I also think though, like, that's why things have gone so crazy. They've gotten crazy and ridiculous with nutrition is because everybody thinks they know everything because the internet has all the information. You can just read a blog and now you know everything.
Well, same thing with personal training. Personal training is something like we
learned it old school too.
Strength coach, a personal trainer should have a higher education more than just high school. I think it is. It doesn't mean that like somebody who doesn't have a education can't help you. I think it would be very beneficial for strength coaches, personal trainers to have a formal like higher education because
anatomy,
you are dealing with
kinesiology,
other human beings' lives.
Yes.
So if you think,
and especially if
hold on, let me get this thought out. Yeah. If you think about other fields that deal with human beings' lives, being a doctor, being a dietitian, being a therapist, being a nurse, like all of those have higher education. You have to, right? Mm-hmm. You can be like a certified counselor without education, but I mean that's
can you without really?
Yeah, it's weird. It's super lame.
Oh,
but it's like you don't get to do like family counseling. It's a very like low. And you can get in trouble if you like cross the boundaries very easily. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
So,
for sure.
But with that being said, all of those are helping out human beings. Mm-hmm. Personal trainers, strength coaches really help out people.
Right.
They are very hands-on, and they do not require any certification, any education.
At least here, but yes, I agree. States. Well, yes. Which is, it's kind of wild, you know, when you think about that. Oh, shit. When you think about that is because, like, the reason, you know, I love this, as you all know by this point, is because I learned about the body and how it moves and how everything is connected. And, you know, this works with this is, you know, synergistic to this is like, whatever. But when you learn about the muscles and how they work, you're not just picking things up like that you randomly hear. Granted, you know, I've learned things from experience a lot.
Right.
But having knowledge about how the body works and why things are to be the way that they are, and like underlying diseases, how to, you know, work around those, with those, what you can say, what you can get in trouble for as a trainer, because just being a personal trainer, you can get sued for giving nutritional information, just FYI.
It's like the first thing you learn in any certification.
Can't give it out.
You do not give out
nutritional advice or meal plans.
Fun fact, actually, please run with that clientele. Yes, just know that.
You cannot. People can get into a lot of trouble. Same thing goes with the people use the title as nutritionist. Mm-hmm. They can get charged with a misdemeanor. Mm-hmm. Learn that also. But it's interesting. But yeah, anyways, off of our tangent on people who are training who have no business training. Because, I mean, again, like, think about somebody who, you know, just picked up a certification, really didn't pay any attention or didn't at all, and now an Instagram Fitspo saying that they want, here's a program, I'll train you, come to my, gym or whatever, and let me help you. And you know, they have somebody with a back problem, they have somebody with knee problems, they have somebody with high blood pressure, elevated high blood pressure, you know, and they're having them do all these things thinking that it's okay, and it's not. Right.
Some sort of medical diagnosis.
Right. There's so many things that could go on if you don't know.
Physical injury, a physical limitation.
So many things.
You know
There's more than just like
there's more than like, oh, I have arthritis, which that could be another one too. Like, do they know how to deal with arthritis? You know what I'm saying? Like, those are kind of things that I think should be
an education.
Why an education should be required.
Right. Well, and two, I think that also falls on the people wanting to do it. Like, are you wanting to actually learn about what it is that you're wanting to help or learn, like teach other people, or are you just wanting it to make money? You know, like, because I think in personal training right now, that's what it's about.
You see the cash, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So, I mean, they're most of the time, they're not very worried, at least the new ones aren't very worried about, like, actually helping. They, you know, it's booming online. You can write up something real quick. And
you can charge $60 an hour. Holy shit! You know what I'm saying? Like, you see those dollar signs, you want to fly with it.
Right, for sure.
But I mean, it's it's crazy that no education is required, no certification is required. Like, geez, dude, like this is, you are dealing with human beings. But that's the biggest one that I think really needs to require some sort of education.
So do people with nutrition. I think it goes hand in hand.
People with nutrition,
you know,
for sure.
You're hurting people. Like, you could be giving bad nutrition information. You know, get somebody who has diabetes and put them on a keto diet. They go into ketoacidosis and get really, 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 really hurt and could die. Right. You know, like, if people don't have any, you know, knowledge on any of that stuff.
Selling supplements.
Oh God. Supplements shouldn't even be a
thing. Supplement stores are wild.
We were just talking about that the other day.
We used to work there quite a bit back in the day, and like, we did some probably pretty irresponsible stuff to make some money. For sure. You know, and it's just again, like, we didn't have to have any education for it. Like, at least whenever you worked at Vitamin Shop, at least they had like little tutorials for you to go through. We had little
but we weren't. We weren't hitting quotas. We weren't trying to. We weren't based on what is it called? Not a quota. When we I can't remember the word. Like commission. We didn't work on commission. Okay. So it wasn't. I didn't have to worry about that. So you had no
sales incentive.
Right. You know, we were just helping people if they wanted assistance. You know, we weren't like, hey, you know, welcome to this supplement store. Like, let me get you on our latest fat burner. You want to cleanse with that? Oh, you need these things too. Like, what about these? Let's stack these on. It's buy two, get one free. Like, no. Like, you didn't do that at Vitamin Shop. That's why Vitamin Shop's still around. Right. I loved working there.
Right. But I think
it was, I'm not a huge fan of supplements. I think they're pretty much useless, other than a few.
There's a select few that we think are pretty can be pretty helpful. But I mean, I think there's just a ton that's fluff. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And
for sure. Anyways.
But anyways,